All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be a quick one. I'm on the bike. It's 9:47 p.m. Had a great day with my mom today here in Greensboro. Got to hang out quite a bit, and I have two big takeaways from the day today. Number one is about mental toughness and not in the way that you think it would be. And number two is communication, which is something that seems to be a recurring theme, so it's really important that I continue to touch on it. I'm going to just basically talk about all the different iterations of how this has transpired today in particular, and just talk about all of them like on the channel as they come up, sort of as not only like saying them, but also reminders to self just about how important things like this are. So number one is freedom, and just really making sure that we're building towards something. As Dan Martell says, he's my number one business mentor right now. He says, building a business you don't grow to hate. So actually, I think that'd be the third one. There's actually three things I want to go over today. So communication, freedom, and mental toughness. We'll start with freedom, because that's one that has gone on to be just kind of like a glaring thing every time that family's in town. Like we see it on the channel a bit when my dad was in Arizona with me back at the beginning of September, and it's tough to like stay focused on work, because right now Brand Sharks is in excellent, it's in the best shape it's ever been in terms of clients, in terms of team strength, in terms of skill set, in terms of new clients that are coming in. But at the same time, I'm working like a sicko every single day, which I believe is necessary, but it's important to not like build a business that only sustains and thrives with that level of work from yourself, or at least that's the way that I look at it. Because if I actually want to put family first in my life, you can't build a business that only is sustainable when you're working 18 hours a day. You want to be building something and putting systems and procedures in place, which is something that I've been trying to do pretty extensively here, and make sure that we're actually building into something that I can enjoy with my family, as opposed to constantly having to work. Because my mom's in town right now, and I was super stressed this morning because I was up late last night till almost 2 working. Woke up this morning before we started hanging out. I was working another 6 hours, and then we got a couple hours together, and then I had to take 3 meetings in a row, which were important meetings. And then we got to hang out throughout the night, and now I'm hitting the gym. But the thing is, I don't know if I trust setting this thing down right here. But the thing is, I'm noticing that every time that I have a family member in town that I really want to see, like all the family members come to town and we hang out, I want to see them. But every time I get so stressed in the morning when I'm working, because there's something I'd rather be doing than working. And it just glares the reality in the face that I haven't built something that doesn't require me all the time at it. So it brings me to my next point, which is mental toughness. I almost had a mental breakdown this morning where I felt like the rage inside of me, like I did recently. I was talking about this on a previous vlog, like just the amount of work that's been getting put in and consistently putting up like 4 to 6 hours of sleep every night. Like little things have been starting to set me off a bit more, and it's something that I'm really trying to wrangle in. But this morning it was just a bunch of little things. We had 3 excellent client reviews come in this morning, unprompted. We had another one come in tonight where a client took our 100-day posting challenge, 4x his followers. We had a brand new client of ours start posting trial reels, got his first 10K view video on there, and he said a bunch of qualified leads were following him. You can check my story right now if you're watching that. I posted all these testimonials on there. Had a client make $900 in ad revenue off of one Facebook reel that did over 2 million views. And then we had another client book 12 calls in the past week off of 78 ManyChat CTA triggers. So objectively good morning to like look at the inbox. So many worse ways that inbox could have looked in the morning. And sometimes it's almost like playing roulette with the inbox, I feel like, when you're managing projects and don't have an EA in place just yet. But it was just a bunch of little things that got to my head. And I stopped, put on Do Not Disturb because the buzz kept getting to me, and just pray and thank God, thank the universe for putting me in a situation where I get to be stressed like this, and ask just for the ability to become closer with the higher power, and just thank him or it or whatever. I mean, for those that aren't very close to me, I mean, I'm going on a spiritual journey right now. I'm not like huge into church or religion, but I pray every single day, and I'm working towards building a relationship with higher power. So that's been a good escape for me, as I can't really run right now because my IT band. It's actually why I'm here, mainly doing stretching in the workout room. And it was interesting sort of being able to just try and look at what's happening from a bird's eye perspective. My mom's outside the workout room right now. I don't know if she's looking for me. She just opened another door. She might be coming in here. Oh, she's showing hi. But what I've been trying to do is, instead of like needing to punch something or like need to go for a run or need to work out, is like trying to look at it from a bird's eye and actually look at the situation. And I think that's the real mental toughness, because if you can't handle pressure, you can't handle stress, you're not gonna have a big life. I saw a video on Instagram today. It was Mark Zuckerberg walking into a press conference with just like literally 30 people shoving a camera in his face. So much pressure. It's like, if you want a massive life, you're able to handle massive pressure, massive problems. That's mental toughness. And third thing is communication. We had 3 meetings today. One was with my team about a big client that we have. Another was with that big client. And then a third meeting after that was to debrief my meeting with the big client. And it was a meeting that was long overdue. And it was stressing out my team, stressing out the client a bit, because there's so many stakeholders on this side, so many members on my team that are on the account. And we just talked about it, and we all got on the same page, and then life was good. And that's happened like literally 4 times in the past month, where there's been things that we've been stressed about, and it's fine once the conversation gets had, as opposed to just like letting it brew and marinate and just bubble, and then it ends up getting into a sucky position. So communication is key. Build a business you don't grow to hate. And mental toughness. Zoom out. If you're if you're living, you had a 1 in 4 trillion chance, Gary Vee says. And I believe that it's extremely lucky what we're able to do. So be able to zoom out, look at the situation for what it is, reminder that we live on a speck of dust in the universe and everything's gonna be okay. And odds are you 5 years ago to be really proud of where you're at right now, regardless of the stress that's going on today. So that being said, we'll wrap up on the bike, get to stretching and working out, and I will catch you later tomorrow. Peace.